Here's the thing most beginners don't realize. Crochet is actually one of the easiest crafts to pick up. The problem isn't you. The problem is that most tutorials skip the basics and jump straight into patterns that make zero sense to someone who's never held a hook before. So we're not doing that. We're starting from the very beginning, and by the time this video is done, you're going to know exactly how to make your first real crochet project. Let's talk about something really quick. Have you ever seen someone crocheting and thought it looked almost like magic? Their hands just moving, yarn flying, and out comes this beautiful finished piece. And then you try it and it looks like a tangled mess. That gap between watching someone crochet and actually doing it yourself, that's what most tutorials don't fix. They show you what to do, but they don't explain why you're doing it. We're going to fix that right now. Before you touch any yarn, you need to know what you're working with. There are two things you need to get started: a crochet hook and some yarn. That's it, nothing fancy. For a beginner, you want to grab a medium weight yarn. It's usually labeled as a number 4 on the packaging. It's thick enough that you can actually see what you're doing, but not so thick that it feels like you're wrestling a rope. The color matters too, and this is something nobody tells you. Don't start with dark yarn. Dark yarn hides your stitches, and when you're learning, you need to be able to see every single stitch clearly. Go for white, cream, or any light color. You'll thank yourself later. For your hook, match it to your yarn. Most number 4 yarn works best with a 5mm hook. It'll usually say on the yarn label what hook size to use, so flip the skein over and check before you buy anything. If you're at home and already have some yarn lying around, any hook between 4mm and 6mm is going to work fine for learning. Now, here's where most beginners actually fail, and it's not the stitches, it's how they hold the hook and the yarn. If you're holding your hook like you're gripping a hammer, everything is going to feel stiff and hard. Try holding it like a pencil instead, your thumb and index finger near the flat part of the hook, and your other fingers just resting comfortably. It should feel relaxed. And with your other hand, you're going to hold the yarn with some tension, not too tight, not too loose. You want the yarn to flow through your fingers smoothly. This is called yarn tension, and it's what controls how even your stitches look. A lot of people skip figuring this out and then wonder why their finished piece looks uneven. Take a few minutes just to practice holding your hook and running the yarn through your fingers before you even start. The very first thing you're going to learn is called a slip knot. This is how every single crochet project starts. Take your yarn and make a loop, crossing the end of the yarn over the part that's still attached to your skein. Then reach through that loop, grab the working yarn, that's the yarn still attached to the skein, and pull it through to make a new loop. Tighten it gently on your hook so it sits snug but still slides. That's your slip knot. It's not a stitch, it's just the starting point. If it feels loose or it keeps slipping off, just try again. It takes like 3 tries before it starts feeling natural. Next up is the chain stitch, and this is basically the foundation of everything in crochet. With your slip knot on your hook, hold the tail of yarn with your non-hook hand and wrap the working yarn over your hook from back to front. This is called a yarn over. Now pull that yarn through the loop that's already on your hook. You just made your first chain stitch. 1 loop on your hook, 1 chain made. Do that again. Yarn over, pull through. And again, keep going until you have a nice long row of chain stitches. It's going to look like a little braid. Your very first chains will probably look uneven too tight or too loose, and that's completely fine. Everyone's first chain looks a little rough. The chain stitch is used as a foundation for your actual work. It's like the base of a wall before you start building up. Most beginner patterns will tell you to chain a certain number before you start your real stitches. For now, just practice making chains until the motion starts to feel automatic. The goal is for your hands to start remembering what to do without you having to think about every single step. Once you've got the chain down, it's time to learn the single crochet stitch. This is the most basic stitch and honestly, one of the most useful ones. If you only ever learned this one stitch, you could still make blankets, dishcloths, bags, and a ton of other things. Start with a foundation chain of about 15 stitches. Now you're going to insert your hook into the second chain from your hook, not the one right on your hook, but the next one down. You'll see a V shape in each chain link. Push your hook under both parts of that V, or just through the middle of the chain, depending on how your teacher explains it. Then yarn over and pull up a loop. You now have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through both loops. That's it. That's one single crochet stitch, one complete stitch. Do that across your whole chain and you've just finished your first row. When you get to the end of the row, you need to turn your work around. Before you do, chain 1. That chain acts as the height of your new row. Then flip your work and go back across, inserting your hook into each stitch from the row below. Keep going row after row, and you'll start to see a little rectangle forming. That rectangle is real, actual crocheted fabric that you made with your hands. Here's where things start to click for most people. After about 4 or 5 rows, something shifts. The stitches start to make sense, your hands start to find their rhythm, and what felt impossible 10 minutes ago starts to feel easy. That moment is huge. A lot of beginners give up right before that moment happens, which is such a shame because the payoff is so close. Once single crochet starts feeling comfortable, you can try half double crochet. It's one step up in height. Instead of inserting your hook and then doing a yarn over, you yarn over first before you insert your hook. Then insert your hook, yarn over again, pull up a loop, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over one more time and pull through all 3 loops at once. That's a half double crochet. It makes a slightly taller stitch and gives your work a softer, slightly looser look. A lot of people actually prefer how this stitch feels to work with once they get used to it. The double crochet comes next, and it's taller again. Same idea, yarn over before inserting your hook, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, so now you have 3 loops on your hook. Then yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops only. Now you have 2 loops left, yarn over one more time and pull through those last 2 loops. That's a double crochet. It sounds like a lot of steps, but after you do it a few times, it flows really fast. These 3 stitches, single, half double, and double, are really the backbone of most beginner patterns. Once you know all 3, you can look at almost any beginner crochet pattern and actually understand what it's asking you to do. The biggest thing holding beginners back isn't skill, it's practice time. 5 to 10 minutes a day will do more for your crochet than one long session once a week. Every time you pick up your hook, your hands remember a little more. The stitches get faster, the tension gets more even, the work starts to look better and better. Now, before you go rushing off to try your first actual pattern, do yourself one favor. Practice making a swatch first. A swatch is just a small square of fabric you make to test your stitches and your tension. Make a chain of about 15 or 20 stitches, then work back and forth in whatever stitch you're practicing until you've got a little square. It's low pressure, there's no finished product you're trying to achieve, so you can actually focus on getting the stitches right without worrying about messing up a real project. You now have everything you need to start crocheting for real: a hook, some yarn, and the 3 most important stitches in the craft. Go make something.